Welcome back to 843 TV. Our next guest here is Mr. Chris Robinson, who is with the Fine Arts Program here at USCB. And welcome. Now, you've been here all along. Now it's your turn to get to talk about what you're passionate about. So share with us a little bit about the Fine Arts Program in general.
Well, it's a small but comprehensive program. We offer all the studio areas: ceramics, painting, drawing, sculpture, printmaking, photography. We also have art history, and we now have a comprehensive media arts program with broadcast, games, comics, the whole works.
Oh, wow. And you mentioned media, and that's a huge thing today in our times now. Share with us a little bit about those areas of study.
Well, the digital environment's playing a much larger role in the visual arts, just like it is in every other discipline.
Sure.
But we're also studying game design, website development, just every aspect of the media.
Which is important, and like you said, in all facets of business with the website design, so you can go a lot of directions with that. Now, what are some advantages for students in the studio art program?
Well, it's a small but comprehensive program with the strength of a university and part of a comprehensive research system. So you really have a beautiful, intimate environment where students get a lot of personal attention, small classes, big studios, but exposure to the broader art world.
So Chris, one thing, when people drive by here, they see the school, but they don't know the comprehensive nature of the facilities you have and what students can actually use. So if you can give a little background for everybody so they know a little bit more about some of those features you're talking about in concrete terms.
Well, again, very small classes, large studio spaces, very strong digital technology, cooperative efforts with ETV, and a strong local arts community.
Let's talk about jobs again, because everyone, wants to know, okay, well, where can my future be? What kind of jobs might an alumni have?
Yeah, parents used to ask me this question. They'd say, what can my child do with a degree in the arts? And I'd sort of shrug my shoulders and say, I'm not sure. But things have changed in the last 10 or 15 years. It turns out that there are many opportunities in the media, web design, graphic design, but more importantly, business and industry tells us that what they're looking for, things are changing so rapidly, we can't really teach them in an institution what they're going to do in the job, but we can teach them to be communicators and problem solvers, and those are two of the most significant things for business and industry. So we find our students are quite marketable.
And I think those two things you mentioned are just in general in life, and any education you might pursue in jobs are very important. And you mentioned the time frame. What length of the program is it, by the way? What is the typical? Is it 2 years?
No, it's a comprehensive 4-year program. They get a good general education the first couple of years with some taste of the art courses, and then focus more specifically on the art courses in the last few years.
Share with us a little more about just the local environment here as far as student housing, or do most of these students live on campus? How does it work? Or not on campus, but around the campus?
It's the best of all worlds. Again, it's a small, beautiful community. There's a strong arts community here, and we've got residential environment here on the campus, but we're also expanding our residential facilities here on the Beaufort campus, on the historic campus.
About how many, just for those who may not know, how many students do you have down here at the Beaufort campus?
That varies a little bit.
About 50 students in the art program, I can tell you.
And
it'll be increasing significantly with the 2 new cohorts in nursing and science and tech.
And we do offer some courses at night and things that are general education science courses and other courses for people who are thinking about coming back to school or trying to get some continuing ed credit as well.
Let's talk about that, because that's the subject that sometimes we forget. Now, what can your program offer to someone who might want to return to school or maybe join school in later life?
Well, we have a lot of retirees in this community who may have spent a lifetime doing something else, but now want to return to their passion and make art. And it's a great opportunity for them to come back and learn more about the professional world of art, be exposed to national and international trends and new media and new skills. Yeah,
which really opens up your program to a whole new segment of people to join.
Lifelong learning.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, there's a lot of people second time around in retirement life that have a lot of wonderful, healthy, good years, and they want to get out and do something. So this is a great chance, not for young students, but for those who already had a career and want to get back into something new or something to continue. So good point.
We already have a pretty strong continuing ed program that does meet up here too, but this is actually the opportunity to actually real college credit being in the same classes actually with the college students, and that works both ways. The experience of the people who have a lifetime experience with the students who don't, it brings up everybody's game a little bit.
And there's tremendous resources here. People who've been in professions in other places who've come here to retire and have great skills they can bring to the institution as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And we talked about in the other segments community support. How can community get behind this program or continue to help out? What can they do?
Well, there's a thriving art environment here in Beaufort. There are many galleries downtown. We have the Center for the Arts just across the way here, which is a wonderful performance facility. You get every aspect of the arts here and plenty of support.
And not just here in Beaufort, but close by. You've got Hilton Head Island that's got the art center there, and probably
close to Savannah and close to Charleston.
Oh, let's not even forget about, of course, Savannah. We're very close to Savannah, and there's wonderful opportunities there. So for post-education employment and opportunities, there's well beyond just the Beaufort area.
Not to speak of the fact that after classes in the afternoon, you can go surfing or sailing
or just hang out in a local coffee shop.
Exactly. Take advantage of that marine life back there.
Absolutely.
And go do some fishing and so forth. So definitely a wonderful place, not for just education, but for a lifestyle here in downtown Beaufort in our Low Country area. So with these two new additions to the program, I can only see that will benefit us as a whole. So last comment you want to share about the arts program before we close out?
It's the best possible situation at a very good cost.
Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, it was a pleasure to talk to you today about these programs here at USCB and hear about your passion for it. And thank you all for being with us and watching this episode of 843 TV, where communities come to